What's up, YouTube and Tower Defenders? Welcome back to my Evolution series. We are in episode 21. Seems like a lot, but also not that many at the same time. That's week 21, and I think I started at like 6 billion. But man, a lot has happened, and the coins are jumping. We're going to get right into that and check it out. Well, here, let's do a little sneak peek at what I mean. Check out this here. We got the health at 5,500. We got the regen at 5,500. We got the damage at 5,400. So, how are we getting here? Let's go ahead and dive right in. Up to 27.5 trillion coins. Oh man, I wish I remembered last week. Hold on one second. Let me look at that. So looking at it, it was 15.79 trillion. 79 trillion. So up to 27 and a half. So what's that? Almost doubling, just under doubling my lifetime coin in a week. And a week before that, I think I went from, if I remember right, it was like just over 9 trillion to 15. So not only doubling the lifetime, like doubling the amount I earned last week as well. The gains, like, just they're going astronomical, and we'll see why here in a few minutes when I get to the updates on that. There's been no real movement in the waves. I did push 45. I got the milestone for 4,500 for tier 10. That was totally an accident, just idling a farm run. So I haven't really done another milestone push in a while. I'll probably do that maybe next week or so. I don't know. I think I'll be ready soon and put a bunch of money into the workshop. So we'll get to the current gains here. Let's jump into the tournament real quick. Last week I did fall back to platinum, but then bounce back up to champions, and then this week stayed in. So if, by the trend here, we'll see if I can stay in, or if, look, we got 1 and I got 2 back to platinum, 3 back to platinum. So we're gonna do 4 back to platinum. We'll see. But the tournament is doing all right. That was pretty rough numbers, if I remember right, the heat, but hopefully that'll keep up. We'll go back to the workshop real quick. Again, it was 5,400 on the damage. That's got 50 points in that. It's just really expensive. I just do that in one of the early waves, get it out of the way. Not unlocking that. Again, 55. We're gonna be ready for this wall soon. When we get to research, we'll check that out. Level skips at 160 for attack and 120 for health. Probably gonna chip away at those for now. Now that these are pretty high, damage is getting expensive as crap, just as like health here. So I don't think I'm gonna worry about upping those too much more past the 5,400 there. Just can level those in the first few waves. I maxed out these in that champ run up to wave 500, so they got gold box across everything. So I think I'm just gonna concentrate on putting some money into this and get these up, because this will be, I think, a bigger return in the long run. I know that's rather expensive here. 10 levels, almost a billion or a trillion of my gold, but it'll be fine. We did, let's go to the enhancements real quick, show you what we got here. I did some damage ones, because I mean, damage, get ahead of the game, and damage can't hurt. Health, though, is really where I put most of the money. Excuse me. And actually not health, sorry. I put most of it in here, I think, right? Let me see. Yeah, they're roughly the same. A little bit more spent in utility, but I like even numbers, if you see. I don't like 5. Good round numbers there. So I think what I'll do is level skips and probably continue on the economy ones, because as I've been doing the whole time, heavy on economy. Ultimate weapons, there's no change in anything except for the Death Wave is now resynced. So, got Death Wave back in line with everything. I did not think it was going to be that big of a deal, to be fair, but we'll show the numbers here in a minute. It was a pretty good jump. Pretty good getting that back into sync. I know it wasn't even on a partial rule. I get maybe a slight partial because every now and then they go off together, but very rare with it being 10 seconds off. Yeah, so I think after I might continue the cooldowns on that for a little bit. Ooh, don't click anything. Be careful. Get over here. I might continue the cooldowns on these before I do anything else. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to save up for a little bit and then decide that probably in the next week or two, because really there's a lot going on in the lab side that'll be happening soon that I'll be concentrating on. Before we get to the labs, let's jump back into the numbers real quick. Here, let me go to that spreadsheet. So here we are on the site. Well, yeah, site. I said spreadsheet, but the site. Let's go up here. These are my recent runs. I was on it earlier, so I scrolled down. So I added, when was it last week? Video, the 8th? Yeah, so that would have been, where's the 8th? So here, everything above here from last week. So I'm really just kind of looking at coins per hour. The tiers I run are based on how much time I need. Like if I know I'm gonna be going to bed before I can fit in a 6 or 7 hour run, we'll pop in an 11 and do like a 4-hour run, and then that way I can start like a longer run right before bed. So really that's why I'm mixing and matching them. The coins per hour are similar between them though, so that's the important part. Here's where I added the 5th band perk, which it seemed to jump a little bit there, as you notice when the average went up just a bit. And then I got my Death Wave resynced here, and it really jumped up to 111. I immediately broke 100 billion an hour. I think one run fell behind it, like a 9, just barely. But every run since I've got the Death Wave resynced has been crazy. 800 billion, 800, 700, 800. Compared to like 6 and 5 and 5 and 5. So here's the numbers, and it definitely shows that getting that Death Wave resynced is awesome. So I know it wasn't even like on a half sync though, so with it off that bad, it was definitely skewing everything. But yeah, so here's where we're at right now. These coins flying in. We're gonna see if this continues to gain as I keep dumping stuff into economy. Yeah, let's get back in the tower. Oh yeah, and before I switch over, shout out again to the guys running this website. JD, I think, was the guy on the Discord who I've seen kind of spearheading a chat over there. The Discord link is in the description below. But yeah, those guys have been awesome, keeping this updating and fixing people's problems. If you have troubleshooting issues, they've been really awesome about helping it. But yeah, should definitely check it out. As you saw there, like tier 10's usually where I like to farm. That's where most of the average high coin seems to be coming from. What do we got to do still? Oh yeah, look at the cards. No changes because I've maxed the cards out. If you haven't done that yet, I definitely recommend putting a hold to any other activities if you can until you get those cards maxed. Only thing I do regret is I skipped project funding banner. I know that's still in the future for me, but it would have been nice to grab some of those ahead of time when they were as the feature banner, but I'm sure I'll pick some up from the standard. Based on the rumors for next week, well, not week, there's been no guarantee Fuzz said this is coming out next week, I don't think, or right after this one. Based on the last one, there was a little gap, right? So I'm going to expect probably another little gap before the next one comes out. But the rumors are the armor one will be pretty good for a wall build, so I'll probably roll it anyway. or at least wait a little bit, see what some wall guys say, because I'm not gonna be ready to unlock my or actually use the wall yet. But I'm gonna need to get those labs going here probably next week. Here's where we're at right now with what I'm using. That's farming, and then here's what I'll use when we're on a run or for tournaments. And then my wormhole redirector. Oh, let's max that. I got some more things, more shards, galaxy compressor, and the dim core, which I don't have. Oh, don't even have lightning yet. And I do have the space displacer I'll throw on now and then for that achievement or event. But for the most part, I use this because of the high regen I have. Over in the labs, attack speed is going to be 80 soon. Freaking awesome. What is my attack speed? Let's see. 33.40. I'm sure there's a little relics in there. Lab speed 67. So here's what has happened is those daily mission shards and the drop chance. I know you guys wanted to see, you guys mentioned pick up the shards, right? Let's look at the history here. Back to the 8th. So once my I did a BAM perk that I mentioned, and once that finished, I put the daily missions in, and then once the standard perk got to 19, I swapped that out for a common drop. So just been kind of like, I'm gonna get these shards out of the way while GT is finishing. Here's a golden tower bonus at 24, and just blowing through these shards. I'll get them as high as I can until the GT finishes. It's what my theory is going to be. And then I'll probably switch in the wall and unlock the 3 wall labs soon after that. So what's it, like 5 to 6 days? So maybe right before next video. We'll see. So keep an eye out. Next video I might have the wall labs going. I might also be a little lazy and not do it just yet, but that'll be the first time respecking, so that'll be an interesting. I've never actually respec'd yet. It costs 50. 23 trillion, nice. Okay, well that's a cool way to see how much you spent in your workshop. Yeah, I've never done that yet, so that's going to be interesting to go do the first time. Alright, so let's go check out the event. This was a new event, wasn't it? Oh, yes, it was. A tower event. It's called Invaders, or there's like a tower, what is it called? Elite Tower skin. So we got an event called Invaders. Looking forward to this UFO beam here soon. Increased knockback force, since I'm still E-health blendering. That's going to be awesome. And then, of course, that's not terrible. I mean, you know, can't hurt. Ultimate damage. What was the other one? I probably won't be picking up that because it's just not in my wheelhouse. Already completed a bunch of the missions. The cards mission is amazing, guys. Again, get your cards up because when that pops, it's nice when they just click, click, click. Got 3 of those right off the bat. I bought 1 check of this right here because I wanted to sync that Death Wave. I just couldn't wait the other day. After the last tournament, I didn't have quite enough. Purchased the new skins, which I know are the repeats, but these are pretty cool, right? I think I've seen someone with this before, so. We got the tower damage and the defense absolute. And then I think I put a little bit into my range. I'm not sure if I did that the week before or not, but here's where we're at. I'm going to keep putting money into the range until this is maxed out. When I have the extra coins. I see a lot of people hesitate on this. Long time ago, somebody commented on the video that said, buy every relic if you can afford it, because you never know down the road if they change the mechanics and all of a sudden this is the bee's knees and everyone wants, you know, defense absolute. As funny as that might sound, you never know, they might change something up. So and it's a permanent upgrade to the tower, so the guy had a good point. I know it's 500, it's a little steep, but it's only a one-time purchase. I'll keep working on the bot. because yeah, you never know. I heard some rumors that there might be some changes in the future, so yeah, hopefully. Claim that. Let's go check out what we're doing. Oh yeah, I guess we can click this real quick for posterity's sake. I don't know what the rankings mean. Here's what I'm banning now that I got 5 perks. So it almost feels like I don't have a reason to stop a run anymore. The only bad one I can maybe pick up is the negative cash one, which, whatever, I'm idling most of the time anyway, and my free ups gold box everything, so all those stats you saw on the stat page there are almost all full idle. I might occasionally look at it and go, oh, and click, like, you know, upgrade all the health. But none of that really going to help gain the coin, so it doesn't really make it that big of a difference. Because they're going to max out way before the end of the run. And here's what I'm currently using for my auto pick. I should probably maybe change this up a little. I don't know. I could probably change this a little bit. Because I don't think the max health and the regen is as important anymore now that I've got my labs up so high. This has been set basically since a long time ago. A while ago. But I don't really know. People say increase max game speed, but I run like 6 and 7 hour runs anyway. So I guess if you were running like 20-hour, 12, you know, 12 plus 18-hour runs, or some people do all day runs. I might look into that later. So where's the relic count thing again? Oh yeah, over here. Scroll through this real quick. Got 4 meters from bot range now. That was nice. We'll get to the guild. Let's go check out the guild. All right, let's take a look at the guild. Everyone's doing awesome, and but we're getting it done. Getting that 750 each week. Do have a guy down here, you know, it's not doing great. What is it? Susha, I'm not bad with names. Susha 132, buddy. If you're out there and watching, I hope you're doing all right. I've been pretty lenient on letting people not be super active because of, I know it's real life can happen and people may not have, you know, time to jump on every week, but I want to see some activity. If he doesn't come back and we need to replace him, if anyone's looking for a guild, can maybe post a note. But right now, we'll give him here till the end of the week and see how he's feeling. But yeah, everyone's doing awesome. Some updates for the guild guys. We got like Burline here posted that he made all his events for the first time. That's pretty cool. Completing all those, definitely a milestone for the first time. Carson 88 somewhere here in the list. He synced all his economy, you know, like the Death Wave, Black Hole, and GT. Got that done this week, so that's cool. And Apple Pie unlocked Death Wave, so he's added that to his GT and Black Hole, so that's awesome. We unlocked the fetch bits, or put some bits into the fetch. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. We found some you know, effective paths or whatever. They different kind of spreadsheets and posts, but they are both basically mirroring each other. So was following one of those, and the upgrade probably spent about 500-ish or so. 500-ish, so 568 I think it was. Here, let me pull in. I didn't really take too many screenshots, but I got one from the very first run I did. It was about a 7-hour run. Now, let me open this. Just as a little example, let's zoom in on that. So that was a little example of the first run. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. I just realized I can't see. Little example of the first run. So I've seen as many as 10 gems in a run, and about 200. I got 215 reroll shards once, and I think I saw like maybe 6 modules. I just kind of glanced at them here and there, but I didn't take too many screenshots. But that's just to give you an idea of what it's currently pulling right now per run. I mean, I'm not mad. It's nice. It helps. It's just extra, extra bits, extra, well, not bits, but extra shards. Um, and the rerolls, like I've gotten 200 or so once. So it all adds up. It's just free stuff. It's not like you can use that currency for anything else besides, maybe. I haven't put anything into steel, and that might be reflective of this. But I still feel like if I put, I don't know, I'll look into what I'm gonna do next. I know there's some new bits that are gonna be, or chips on the horizon, so we'll see. I took it off. Yeah, see, nothing in steel. Let's go to the store. I haven't bought the skins yet, but I can't wait. Those guys are going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this world. That's going to probably look really cool in the background. What I bought so far was the fancy wires, and the mech head, and the fetch. So, just figured, get the upgrades, and then the coin ones are coming next. I'll unlock as many as you can get. I don't know if the math computes to unlock everything. I would assume it does. 38 days. Yeah, probably gonna be plenty. But that's where at right now with the guildies. So I think right now what I'm going to focus on is just obviously these shards until this GT bonus is done. Once that's done, I'll look into getting the wall unlocked, and then doing the 3 labs. And those 3 labs are, oh yeah, I guess I could have scrolled through these. We'll do a quick scroll through of the labs in case anyone wants to kind of compare with where they're at and see what's going on. If you have any questions on some of the unlocks here, I'll try to go a little slower. If you have any questions on anything, I haven't really put anything much into damage and defense in a while, really. Okay, so the wall ones, I think what we got to do, build, region, thorns, and fort, I think is what it is. I'll do a quick research before, I think it's those 3 everyone says to get off the bat. And then I'll respec out and go back to no wall, so that way it doesn't mess with it. So here we have the things that I've finished with my ultimate weapons, like basically done with almost everything coin wise on my ultimates, or I am done, I guess you'd say, coin wise with the ultimates. Yep, okay. No, I didn't do anything in the enemy stuff. Oh, modules, a little bit, just nothing in this, right? Yeah, they're up there in the favorites. So, what I'm going to focus on, I think, like I said, was going to get these wall labs going, and in the meantime, all my money that I'm earning will probably go into enhancements for coins, I'm thinking. Coins and cells, maybe a little bit of health. But I don't know if I'm going to spend more on the upgrades. If I should keep pushing past 5500s, let me know. I read one time that was like pretty much a good stopping point to start building on other things. I also have nothing in defense absolute yet, but even with the free ups, these guys, I can click through a few rounds with that sometimes, and they're done way before this. I guess I can put money into that. I think it was like, what? Here, how high could I get with 2 trillion? 4,800. So what? That's done. I can max it out with 1 trillion. So should I do that? Is that worth it? And I don't think it's worth it now. I think it's definitely going to be worth it when I get the wall unlocked and actually using the wall, because I want the free ups to go to that stuff, right? But I don't know if for now I should spend any money on this actually until I need those free ups. But I think that's where we're going to cut it for now, guys. I don't want this video to run terribly long. It's been a long one already, I think. But I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good rest of their week. Don't forget that if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I hope you have a great night. Take it easy.